Hi everyone, Tammy B with Medical Synchronicity, coming here with ideas and perspectives after my 4:30 session yoga class that I did online. And I have to share, I've covered shortness of breath, anxiety, and stress as an idea for a telehealth, which would be remote, right? Because you can visually manage somebody's breathing, right? I'm coming today because, there's one type of breathing. I'm coming from anxiety, right? I'm a former person that managed anxiety, had anxiety, and am on my path to living life without stress and anxiety by managing my thoughts, primarily myself, managing the negative self-talk, because that's a big part of everybody's anxiety and stress, right? Negative self-talk. Talking to yourself in a not positive way that will debilitate your health, your mental being, your family, your friends. I am bringing this as a gift, and I'm not very seasoned in yoga. Okay, so my learning is quite new, but it's a perspective from a person who is trying to heal issues within, right? And noticing change. I had a master class, right? Jim Kwik, his name is, and he's a memory person. And one of his tricks, because I'm working on memory here, right? So this is an addition. So Jim Kwik had this method, it's called FAST, right? And the T in FAST is teach, right? He says when you teach something, you get to learn it twice. So anytime you learn something, you're technically should perpetuate going to the next person, right? Who can I share this with? I just learned this. This is great. That's what I'm doing here. All right. Mr. Kwik, thank you. Mindvalley.com, Jim Kwik. If you want to work on your memory, you can remember 1,000 people in a room or something crazy like that. I wanted to talk about a breathing pranayama. Okay, and I know that it's called Pastrika pranayama, and I know that you use your diaphragm. I want to encourage anybody that has breathing problems or anxiety or stress to practice breathing with your diaphragm. That gets so lost because we are too busy, right? The whole busy, you forget to breathe. I've had the luck of my nervous system kicking this in throughout my career. Like I said, I've had it where I've been able to just function fine on very high stress, which I don't know how I got through something, but I did, right? So just knowing that our diaphragm's here, right? And we don't use it. Your diaphragm is maybe, I want to say around your belly button. I don't really know positive. I can only tell where I feel it. And what I'm going to show what I'm visualizing, right? Because visualization is one of the things that I've learned, I've learned in the past, and now utilizing it in different ways, right? You visualize anyway when I'm a mind map person, you know me. So you have to visualize what's next. Okay, where is this? Everything relates next door to each other, up, down, parent, daughter, right? Of the mind map. This breathing fits on my mind map of this anxiety and stress and shortness of breath, right? I'm not exactly sure where it goes on there yet, but I'm going to teach it per Jim Kwik's fast method that's hopefully will help me retain pranayama and pastrika pranayama, this breathing, because it doesn't always occur, this billow. It was a billow or bellow. Bellow now I feel more because bellows are bigger than billows. Is that how it goes? This is introspect. This is what you get, right? But I have to say, it is at the end of the yoga session, and sometimes I do try to do it myself. And if you're not in a relaxed state, right, I sometimes don't feel the big bellows opening up. Okay, like this. And I have to say, I know I've gone into yoga already pretty stressed out, right? Because I wanted to honor my commitment to myself and to this community. It's so much fun. And I just knew it would help me get out of my stress. As you're trying to figure this out, it seems like in stress, we have like these flaps that come up, right? They're just blocking all the way everywhere. And you can feel your heart, right? You're pulsing, and you just have to breathe and do what you have to do. And I go through yoga, I don't know everything to do yet, right? I pretty much do what the teacher says. I do what the teacher says unless, I fall over or something. No, just kidding. You don't fall over. Psych. Okay, so I do what the teacher says, and I'm able to calm down within a certain amount of time. But I noticed a few times that you could feel like these things like that they're starting to close down, and you're like, wow, what was that? It was, it's just as if there's like a roadblock right there, right? And it doesn't let anything come up here. Oxygen, right? That's what our brain. And then what signal does it send when it can't get oxygen? And nose breathing, I know, is really important. So anyway, I wanted to share this to, my medical community, right? Physicians, therapists, practitioners, and providers, as well as just humans, fellow humans, love my humans, that love your humans, that aren't quick to go run to the doctor for something that they have a feeling isn't, or is or isn't, right? Or maybe whatever reason. I just feel that as a person who prefers to be in charge of my own body now, to the best of my ability, my own body, I wanted to show you, or just go through a visualization. This is a first for me, but Mr. Kwik, I'm teaching it so I can learn something twice. So in this billow breathing, what happens is you're breathing with your stomach, like you're going to lead with your stomach, and then the rest of your lungs follow. And the neat thing was, if you visualize when you're breathing, when you're extending your stomach, even if you don't take your breath as you're leading with your, you're like leading your belly out, and you're kind of like inhaling slowly your lungs from the bottom going up, right? So that the top is the fullest at the end. And in yoga, you're concentrating on breathing, through your nose. So while you're doing this, you're concentrating on this breath, just this thick, heavy, just nourishing breaths. And they're so deep, and I don't even know, I should probably time to see how long they last, right? It seems like forever when you're doing it. And then the exhale with it. So what I'm visualizing, and it's like, I don't even know how I started visualizing it. That's how it feels, right? He said the bellow or billow, I know he's using more often now, bellow breathing for pastrika pranayama. So I don't know all the benefits of all these. I just know how great it makes me feel, and I'm sharing. So, okay, quit explaining. Sorry. So what we have to do is if you already know pastrika, then you already know it. So it's making room for your lungs to expand. But the visualization that I'm getting is my shoulder, like this part of my body is like pulling my lung. It's kind of neat. It's like lifting up this lung. So as I'm breathing in, and then we come down for a little thing like this, you come to the side and you come down, and I probably went up too high, but I'm nervous here. And it's like you're deflating it. Something like that. Sorry. And using the diaphragm, right? And it was a little rocky because I'm not totally relaxed, right? I'm a little anxious from working on a video, which I'm relaxing the anxiety. Now that I know how to put these down a little bit, it's amazing. So I feel so oxygenated. I'm 99% on my pulse ox. My blood pressure is staying in the same norms because I do my blood pressures with my BioWell readings, right? I'm my own case study right now as I'm learning BioWell myself and yeah, all this healing. So I learned something else I want to teach, and I can't remember. It's a Raja Chodnary, and I apologize, but the other stress reliever, because again, I'm very conscious about stress and anxiety from being a diagnosed, anxiety, depressed, stressed person in the past, right? Functional, but still diagnosed nonetheless, right? They just give you medicine and they send you back to work. So I did learn from this Raja that, I think that's how you say it, about instant anxiety relief, right? And he goes, breathe in, and when you breathe out, because you're breathing in your nose, deepest breath, which I would go with the billow breath, except I don't know about, that is cool. It just lifts it right up. It's like it's lifting open your lungs. It's like a magnetic, I don't know. It's got to be probably, right? So anyway, so this Raja says that if you breathe in, right, and then you breathe out, his may have gone longer and was much deeper. But closing your eyes on that one just is like, I want to say like a warm shower, right? Of calming. Like my fingers are tingling right now. Where's the anxiety go? Who cares? Let it go, right? Whew, give it to God. So yeah, just the deep breath. If you can't do it with your eyes closed because you're in a meeting, and I know I've done this before. I've had sighs. I know sighs are part of our life. They're like a normal part of our existence. And without sighs, we get very ill or die. I don't know. But they're there. It's meant for a reason, right? It's just knowing what is legit. And actually, there's so much that is legit. It's the not legit that we want to get away from. So when you're on that path and want to start thinking inside, focusing inside, come and join me in my yoga class, 4:30 and 7:30 Central Standard Time. Lifeinyoga.org. You register on the website or on YouTube. They have a daily online yoga, Rajan, Rajan, Narayan. And come in and you just sit at home. You sit on your chair. You sit in a chair. You sit on the floor. Sit in your car. Whatever you have to do to get this time to yourself, to start fixing yourself so we don't have to take medicine anymore. Taking medication like anxiety blockers when you can just relax yourself by life restructure. I've had a huge life restructure. Some things were taken out of my way just because it was how it was meant to be, right? But when you take the time to start that restructure, when do you start on your journey of raising your family with the message of why they are here? Are they here just to be your children? Or is your spouse there just to, what are people here? What are we here for? What is, right? What is everybody here for? If you're here for work, which I think a lot of it has to do with work usually, I don't know. But find yoga to find yourself. I mean, it's great to go into yoga after you already found yourself, because then it makes a little more sense faster. Because you're able to focus, right? But life coaching, yeah, and yoga. And definitely, yeah, life and yoga and coaching. Jim Kwik Masterclass Fast Method Learning System, mindvalley.com. And anxiety, shortness of breath, Pastrika Pranayama, and the deep breath, and then release should be 2 tools that you need as soon as possible. You can use them on your children, any children. You see somebody freaking out in the store, just put, help calm people down. There's nothing, that's a perfect way. If somebody, first responders, right? Anyone just doesn't know how to calm somebody down, first thing is breath. You can't panic when you're breathing, because you have to focus on getting that breath in, no matter what, to calm them down, right? So that can prevent other issues. So if you see somebody next to you somewhere, restaurant, in the ladies' room, we always have lots of stress in the ladies' room. Okay, I'm gonna let it go. Thank you so much, everybody. How you doing? Thank you so much. 2 random acts of kindness. Happy New Year. Tomorrow's inauguration. Let's just pray for good things for our new era going forward with less stress, because everybody knows how to breathe and be nice to each other, right? Okay, God bless. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.